Making you jealous is their prime target strategy for throwing you off your game and exposing a side of you they hope to see. All right. Those that are trying to make you jealous, they're hoping that you're just like them, because majority of people, you'll amongst majority of people, you will find jealousy, you'll find haters, you'll find envy. All right. So most people have that spirit on them. There aren't a lot of people who veer towards the opposite. All right. There aren't a lot of people who, you know, don't have that type of way of thinking about other people. And everybody experiences those kinds of things, feeling that way. But there are only a few select that choose to elevate themselves above that way of thinking, because they know it isn't productive to becoming anything or doing anything. So they're hoping that you're just like them. All right. They want to try to get you to feel that jealousy. And this is something that a lot of people experience, but not too many people have the science on how to not feel that way and how to not take out that feeling on someone else, or they don't know how to rid themselves of feelings of jealousy, envy, hatred. All right. So they're hoping that you're going to be just like them when they go to rub things in your face. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. First, I think that might be my first sneeze on camera. I'm not sure. Anyway, gesundheit. Um, they're hoping that you'll be like them in terms of going tit for tat, trying to one up them, trying to outdo them. Most people make a game out of this, and this is where you'll see like the TV shows where you'll have one neighbor trying to outdo the other one. Like they get Christmas lights, they get buy the whole store of Christmas lights. Then they buy two whole stores of Christmas lights. Then they have a dumpster pull up with nothing but, Christmas stuff. It's like the constant trying to outdo the other person. And there are people out here who actually don't do that. There are people out here who who don't have that spirit on them to constantly have to prove to another person that they're doing better. And you probably watching this video, you just do better on your own. You just do good silently. You just, go off and be great and find ways to be successful without anybody even having to know. But when people look at you and they smell the aroma of success, and they're looking at you but hiding how they're viewing you, they're going to possibly secretly want you to view them the same way with the same level of admiration. And when you don't, there stands the chance of them trying to force you into having admiration for them. All right, you gonna admire you gonna admire me some way somehow. You gonna notice me. All right, you're going to admire me. You may not see it, but I'm going to make you see it. I see you seeing it in yourself. Well, guess what? I'm gonna make sure you see it in me too. All right, like they view you as an energy source. So it's like they see you feeling good off of your own energy, and their selfish mindset is like, instead of trying to find it in themselves, it's like, yo, I could just take it from him. I could just take it from her. I could just drain him. I could just drain her. And they have their ways of lifting themselves up, all while putting you down at the same time. So that's why making you jealous is a prime target strategy. They're trying to throw you off your game. All right. All that you put into yourself, all that you feel about yourself, the way you look at yourself, they want to try to confuse you. All right. Instead of you, having that mental space for you, they want you to use it and invest it into them. That throws a person off their game. When you are doing your own thing and you're in the presence of other people who are constantly trying to, take jabs at you, or constantly trying to make you worried about them, it's distracting. And when a person doesn't know how to, let go of anger, when a person doesn't know how to master themselves, when a person hasn't fully achieved a certain level of enlightenment, a Zen state where they could just easily just let it flow down the river like a leaf in a stream, you know, um, it's hard to deal with these kinds of things, and it throws a lot of people off their game. People end up either thinking that they're a hater, or people end up thinking that they're the jealous one. So now you have all these feelings of guilt and resentment towards this person because you actually think that it's something that they have that's causing you to feel jealous. All they're doing is trying to transfer how they feel into you because that's the way you have them feeling. All right, these people have an obsession with you, right? And they will not stop until they complete their mission of trying to rob you of all your friends, all your peace, all your joy, all your self-esteem. These are things that they don't want to see you with. All right, imagine seeing someone with like $1 million, and there's other people who don't have it. The people who don't have it could possibly, if they have that spirit on them, be upset and be like, hey, where you owe me, or where's mine, or I'm jealous because you have this and I don't. And money is just an example, but there's obviously way more things for people to feel that way over. Could be looks, could be your hair, could be your face, could be you could have some nice jewelry, you could have some nice things, some nice items that you worked really hard for. All right, and you just like to enjoy them. And some people may not like seeing you with all that prosperity and all that wealth and all those resources, all those nice things that you have acquired. But they like to try to take people out of their own mind. And what that does is that stops you from enjoying yourself. Anything they can do to steal your joy and to stop you from enjoying yourself is a win for them, because they're already unhappy. They're already feeling like crap, and they want to see if they can try and cause you to feel the same way. That's why it's their prime target strategy. All right. They want to try to see another side of you. And what they're looking for is to see if you have that same spirit that they have. Getting a little allergenic today on this one. All right. Excuse me. All right. So grab a mask, everybody. Um, nah, I ain't got the Brovid-19. God forbid. Just a little sneezy sneeze. But they want to try to make you feel some type of way about what they have going on in their life. And everybody likes to feel important. Everybody likes to feel special. But the way they look at you, like you will never know. But just know that how you feel about yourself and how good you look and how that makes you feel, because you wanted to create a life that you would be happy with. And now that you're starting to do that, you're starting to feel how it feels to do that. And trust and believe, people see that. People see you leveling up. All right, people see the smile on your face. They see the look of success in your eyes. They see the ambition. They see the drive. They see the power that you're beginning to find within yourself. And instead of go to look within to do their own cultivation, they have a strategy to where they could just stop you from feeling that way. And it doesn't make sense. Stopping people from feeling good, it doesn't make you feel good. And if it does, it's only going to be temporary. It's only going to be like a shot, a shot of joy that they get. And then once their joy is over with, they're back to being unhappy and miserable and having to find another source of supply. And that's why it's called supply, because they have to keep coming back and getting more of it. And they usually try to use unsuspecting people as a target. And I mean, they just have so many odd ways of going about trying to get their confidence up, or their boost of confidence, or find their swagger, or their confidence, their what's it called, I'm looking for, their self-esteem. There we go. But they need to make you jealous in order to do that, because that way they can feel like they're doing something. And that's a sad way to live, but that's how some people operate. That's why you'll have people who go out and buy new things just for the sake of trying to impress other people. All right, they're not only are they trying to impress other people, they're trying to see who, whose spirit they could lower as well, who they could make feel bad about themselves. All right, these people will see you with something, and they'll go out and buy a new version of it just so they could feel better than you, because theirs is brand new. And it's not only good enough for them to have something brand new, it's not only good enough for them to have something that they can feel better about than you, but they have to actually catch you in the act of not feeling good about yourself. So they'll create a weird interaction between you and them. So that way you have to experience the inferiority of not being on the same level as them, pertaining to whatever it is, or whatever status or whatever item, or, whatever they have going on. And people do this to try to cause inferiority in you. They want to see if you have inferiority complex. I've noticed a lot of this on jobs. All right. I'll go to get a haircut. People will wait to get another haircut while yours isn't fresh anymore. Like they'll purposely time their haircut around the time where you get yours. So it's like it's like a just weird sense of competition. And you'll feel a weird sense of somebody's like monitoring your life, kind of. So I would get my hair cut, and then by the time it was ready for me to get another one, they would already have theirs cut. So it was just weird kind of thing. And it's like they do it to a point to where it's like they can't just go enjoy it, but they have to get you to notice it. They have to get you to see it. They have to see the look on your face. And a lot of people are caught up on that. There are some people who just do their thing, and then they see the look on people's faces because that's just their reaction. And they're just like, "Oh, okay, well, this is how people react to me when I do certain things." But then you have people who go out purposely to do things to get a look on someone's face. They go out purposely and buy things to place themselves in front of people. That's feminine. That's what females do. Females, they get their hair done, they get all fancy, they look all nice because they know they're going to go get some attention. All right, a man is not supposed to behave that way. Men, you either get attention or you don't, but you don't base your life, or you base your reality, or your existence, or your level of enjoyment or fun that you're having off of that. And I've seen females and males behave this way towards me, but it's extremely disappointing when I see men behave this way, because I honestly feel that in my heart of hearts, a man is not supposed to behave in an attention seeking manner. A man's not supposed to behave that way to where he's trying to do better than another man, unless it's a competition or we're playing against each other. But life is not a sport. There are sports, but life is a sport as far as individuality is concerned. You as an individual coming up against life, that is a sport. But as far as one going up against another for the just mere sake of self vanity, or for self proclamation, is really not my kind of thing. That's not my forte, but it is theirs. And they will have to try to make you jealous, because when you're down, they're up. When you're up, they're down. And that's why they're always trying to see if they can bring your spirit down, because they take joy out of that. All right, when you're over there not feeling too positive or not looking too good, they always have a upbeat fake spirit to come around you and put in your face. Like they'll see you going through something, and then they'll walk up to you and be all smiles and say, "Hey, how are you? How are things? How are you doing?" Knowing that they can tell that you don't really feel your optimum. You don't really feel your best. So what they'll do is they'll optimize off that opportunity of trying to really rub it in and drive it on home that I could tell you're not feeling your best. And that's only because you probably feel good a lot of times. All right. These people watch you to the point to where they could see you're having a good day. They could see you're enjoying yourself. They know if you're feeling good about yourself, and they just make it their goal and their mission to try and stop that. All right. So they want to see if you'll hold a grudge. All right, if you'll hold a grudge, that means you'll hold resentment. That means you'll have hate towards them. All right, that's exciting for them. The person that is obsessed with them is starting to form, the person that they're obsessed with is starting to form a low key obsession with them. And this is why you let stuff go, because you don't want to have an obsession with the obsessor, even if it's just having resentment for them, even if it's just having hate towards them. That's a waste of time. That's not something that you should want to engage in. All right. That's not a way that you should want to use your mind or your time. All right. How you use your mind is how you use your time. And you don't want to use your mind or your time focused on people who are obsessed with you for some weird reasons. All right. They need to be obsessed with getting themselves together or starting a business or creating some income for themselves, or leveling up, or self-educating themselves out of poverty. But I can't even say that, because I've seen rich people act like this as well. All right, you'll be walking, and someone with a sports car will just like cut you off and pull up and walk out and act like you're not even there. I guess I look so cool with my shades on when I'm out doing my pedestrian stroll, that somebody with a whole Porsche needs to pull up and show me that they have a Porsche. And not only pull up and show me that they have a Porsche, but cut me off from getting where I'm trying to go. So it's like, you'll notice that people will do odd, strange things. It's not enough for them to drive around, enjoy their nice vehicle on a nice sunny day. They have to find a person who is doing worse than them, so that way they can feel better about who they are. That's a sick mentality, and those people really don't get too far spiritually, or they don't really get too far growth wise. Like materialistically, they're probably doing very well. All right, they're probably competitive. They'll probably cut your throat or cut your head off just to get in the number one position, and that seems to work for them. But as far as like growing spiritually and becoming a better person, they may not be doing too well in that area. And I'm just basing that off some of the experiences that you'll have with these kinds of people. All right. um yeah, they do the most, and it's all to try to get you to not feel good about yourself. All right, so they have to try and see if you'll stoop to their level. That's what they want to know. All right, they want to know if you'll stoop to their level. They want to see if they can find in you the same spirit that they have in themselves. They're looking for someone that they can play this game with. All right, this senseless game, this pointless game. All right, because you rather grow, and not also would you grow materially. You want to grow spiritually. You want to grow mentally. All right, it's not just about the materials for you. All right, so they really have to go hard at trying to make you feel less than, because even in a state to where you may not have as much as them, you still feel good about yourself. Even if you do have a lot of things, you're not the type of person to look down on others. All right, you're not the type of person to feel better about yourself because someone has less than you. That is sick. That's a sick, twisted mentality, and those people, they need some help. All right, they need some help. All right, so they're trying to expose you. They're trying to see if you have that spirit on you, because they'll just start going ham. All right, I've had people that I worked with that would do this to me, and it's because they think that your life is better than theirs. All right, Nobody wants to be around someone 24/7, 7 days a week, working all the time, and constantly have to see you, and they have an idea to themselves that your life is better than theirs. And it's just sad when people look at other people like that. When I see somebody with a good life, or if I see someone with a life that's better than mine, I don't disassociate myself from it. There's plenty of people out there who have a better life than me. All right, but do I get mad at them or upset? No, I allow it to motivate myself. I allow it to put me in gear and put me in drive so that I can go out and get more. I'm not looking down on myself because someone else has more than me. I've never done that. I've always looked at that situation as I gotta do something for me. It's never been I have to one up someone. There's nothing worse than you doing the best and then someone coming up behind you trying to outdo you and they can't even outdo you right. You know, like you just bought a pair of new Jordans because you were saving and investing, and now you have some extra money left over, and now someone buys some new shoes that aren't even Jordans to try to like combat the fact that you just got a new pair of shoes. If you're going to try to outdo someone, at least do it right. And not that you would look down on them for that. It's just like the audacity of these people to think that you're going to feel some type of way because they choose to go do something with their life. And that's not the way you choose to live your life. That's not the type of person that you decided to be. So it's like they have to try to turn you into them because they're unhappy, and the misery that they have, they want others to experience. All right. The type of person that they are, they want to see if you have that in you and if they could bring you to that level. Because when you feel good, when you appreciate yourself for who you are, all right, when you have self love, there's not going to be much others can do to try to get you out of a healthy mental state. And people who behave like this, their mental state is not as healthy as it should be. They're probably lacking in certain areas of self-love, because people who love themselves, they know that it doesn't take certain things for other people to look at them a certain way for them to feel good about themselves. All right, you don't need anything for someone to look at you and make you feel good about who you are. You can feel good about who you are by yourself, without other people's opinions, without seeing how other people feel about it. All right, and that's what attracts these people to you in the first place. It's that level of I don't give a crap what other people think about me. Not to say you wouldn't take care of yourself or treat yourself to something nice. It's just you're not going to do it for the that you're not going to do it to get praise from others. They do it to get praise from others. They do it to put other people in shock. They do it to have everybody's eyes on them. You do it merely just for the fact that you want to do it, and you don't care about what anybody else thinks. You just want to enjoy yourself, have a good time, and do what you do. And that's a very powerful thing, because most people are only doing things for social media. Most people are only doing things for likes, comments, and views. Most people are only doing things to have other people see them and look at them and be like, oh wow, so and so is really doing it. Oh wow, so and so's really got it going on. Like it's really not that deep. It's not that serious. People should want to do good for themselves individually for their own life, but as far as other people is concerned, their opinion really doesn't count. So they try to get you to hold a grudge. All right, they tried to see if they could expose you to see if you're just like them. But what they found out is that you're really a lot stronger than they could imagine, because you're not bothered by the things that they try to do. You could care less what they have, how much they have, where they got it, how they got it imported, where it came from, how much it cost. Like these are things that certain people care about, but other people really don't care about. Like who really gives a damn how much something costs? If it looks cool, if it looks good, if it looks nice, and you could pull it off, somebody's gonna look at you like somebody's gonna look at you like you're worth $1 million. Um, It's like having fake jewelry versus real jewelry. Half these people out here with these like flossy like diamond chains on and stuff like that. I didn't even know some of them was fake, and I thought it was like I wouldn't know it was fake unless they told me. So it's like people could pull a diamond tester out on you and try to lower your spirit, or you could just rock out and not care. They could pull the diamond tester out on your life and be like, boop, 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 boop. Oh, well, this, that, and the other. My opinion, my opinion. But you don't care. All right. So making you jealous is their prime target strategy. All right. They have to try to make you jealous. It lowers your spirit. It makes you feel bad about yourself, and they can try to control you and manipulate you from there. But you're not going to let that happen because, to be honest, you could care less. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. I'll see you in the next one.